Okay, welcome back, and our guest waiting for us is Dr. Stephen Okwori. He's a security consultant and strategist. He's also a fellow of the Nigeria Army Resource Center. He joins us from our Abuja studio. A fine morning to you, Dr. Okwori.
Good morning, Dr. Uncle Yori. I'm glad to be here.
Good morning to you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, it's happy news, is it not, that, well, the police say that they have actually now apprehended suspects linked to killings, but they are not in a position to, one, tell us how many, two, tell us who these suspects are. But the fact that following the president's marching orders, the police, in very short order, have actually come up with arrests. I remember the president had said when he visited Benue State that why have there not been any arrests? How do you look at this, Dr. Okwori? How do you look at this? The police didn't do anything. Well, I say that, you know, I shouldn't say put it like that, because it's not all police work that is visible. But the police had not done anything visible. The president comes into town, asks a question, and now we are told that we have some suspects in custody. We just can't tell you their names, we can't tell you their numbers. What do you think, sir?
I am not pleased by the arrests. What I mean is that, for me, I would have preferred that the incident didn't even happen at all for Benue to have lost well over 200 innocent citizens, women and children. You know, the incident that happened, for me, was avoidable, and it was preventable if we had done the right thing as a country. Now, let me lay this background. I am an advocate of local policing.
Okay.
I have done some research work with regards to security in our rural communities. First of all, I did an article some years ago that has to do with titled "Vigilantism: A Panacea for Effective Community Policing and Enhancing Security in our Rural Communities." And I also did a memorandum to the National Assembly Special Summit Security Committee during the 9th Assembly, when Honorable Bajabiamila was Speaker, when they were looking out for solutions to help the government of President Buhari then address the insecurity issues that was confronting Nigeria. And different teams were published, and I went for the titled Local and Community Level Security Solutions. Now, having laid this background, I discovered that our rural communities don't have security presence. And this has been a challenge long before now. We've been approaching security issues from top to bottom. Now, what is required of us is to see how to approach these security issues from bottom to top, because we cannot continue to do the same thing and we expect a different result. Now, I am not expecting a utopian society where everything is supposed to be perfect. Emily Duncan said that a society without crime is impossible. For me, what that means is that since we have gotten this notice that a society without crime is impossible, in such a way that where Nigeria government says that this is the way to go for her citizens, there are some citizens that will choose to go the other way. So what is it that we are supposed to do or put in place as government, as security agencies, to see that the rate of crime is drastically reduced and we shouldn't be seeing escalation? Now, having said that, I want to say that the gap in all the security structures or security agencies that we have, there's a gap that is there, that is lacking. And that gap is that we don't have security presence in our rural communities. When the president was in Benue, when the president returned from Benue to Abuja, what I was expecting from Mr. President was to see how to call the hierarchy of the Nigerian Forest Security Service. Why am I saying this? Because there's a bill before Mr. President asking for his assent, you know, for the establishment of Nigeria Forest Security Service. Nigerian Forest Security Service, I think that as a researcher, because I've done research work in that regard, that can close the gap for the security presence that we are lacking in our rural communities.
This is totally different. This is different from the forest guards that we're talking about now.
Yes. Now, Mr. President, from 1999 to date, Mr. President is one president that I'm convinced that has an idea of the security issues that we have in this country and the way and manner to approach them. Now, for Mr. President to approve the establishment of forest guards is a welcome development, is a way to go. Let me give you this analogy now. Now, it's as if looking at, there are two ways we can bear children or have children. One is biological, one is by adoption. Both are children of whoever that wants to have them. Now, when we go by biological means, it means that we have to go through a process, a husband and wife must have to go through a process of conception. Right? And the other way is that you can have or adopt a child. We're talking about a child that hasn't been conceived, or a baby that hasn't been conceived yet. That is the point I am trying to make in regards to approving the establishment of forest guards and comparing it with a child that is already in existence, that has already been given birth to, that has already been at least grown to a certain level. Rather than going for a child or a baby that they are trying to conceive, why not go for a baby or a child that has been already on ground and adopt?
Go for adoption.
Now, the message I'm trying to pass, yes, the message I'm trying to pass now is that if for Mr. President to approve the establishment of forest guards, why wouldn't he now go for the existence of a already security structure known as Nigerian Forest Security Service that is already on ground for him to adopt? Once he adopts, just the way former President Olusegun Obasanjo adopted the current Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps that we have, right? So rather than waiting for that, there's no time, right? So instead of waiting for that process to begin and all that, because time is not on our side, go for adoption. Adopt the Nigerian Forest Security Service that the 9th Assembly passed the bill establishing it. And the current Assembly, under Senator Godswill Akpabio, also passed the bill establishing it. So it's for Mr. President to look at the bill.
This idea,
and the hierarchy of... Yes.
This idea of yours would be, that would be in addition to the forest guards that the President has already approved.
Yes. Now,
it will be in addition.
The point I'm trying to... It will be in addition. But Mr. President's own is just trying to see how to take off. The one I'm mentioning is already in existence. It's for him to see how to address that, assent to the bill, then whatever he's trying to do, to see how to collapse them as one.
Okay,
right?
Tell me something, sir.
The Security Service will have... Okay, sir, go ahead.
Tell me something, Dr. Okwori. You said that
yes,
you would much prefer to see security operating from bottom up as opposed to top down. So how would this idea, this forestry, this forestry guards situation, how would it facilitate that, the bottom-up approach?
Okay. Crime is local. And for us to address crime, we must have to go local.
Okay.
For the police and the military to function efficiently and effectively, they must work with the information or the intelligence that is provided locally. Right. For instance, the community in Benue that was attacked some couple of weeks ago, if supposing the intelligence was provided locally, it would have been effective for the soldiers and the police to work with. Because the Nigerian Forest Security personnel or agents or officers would have been on ground to be able to generate or provide such intelligence.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
one of the things that is, one of the issues that is affecting the fight against insecurity in Nigeria is that there is no effective community policing. The people don't have close to them members of the Nigerian security, members of the armed forces or the police for them to have this constant communication or interaction with, right? Okay. But if we have such local structure on ground, because members of this local structure, which is the Nigerian Forest Security Service, will come from these very local communities where these people are living, right? So the quick response in the event where the attacks or violent attacks happen, we don't have it. So there's no swift response.
I get what you're saying.
Which is a challenge. There's no swift response. Even when they have such information and they pass, it will take the police or the army like 1 or 2, 3 hours to get there. But if we have this local security structure, which is the Nigerian Forest Security Service, they will be on ground there to be able to address such issues or confront these criminal elements in the event when they come to attack.
Okay.
Right? Because these criminal elements, as they come to these communities, they are aliens to the community, they are not used to the community and all that. So the members of the Nigerian Forest Security Service will have advantage over them.
Okay then. Well, I'm afraid that we've completely run out of time, but this is a wonderful idea that I'm hearing. The Nigerian Forestry Security Service, did you call it? That you
Nigerian Forest Security Service.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So what you're saying is that this can be developed, quite effectually. I want to thank you very much. I'm sorry that we don't have more time to delve further into this, but Dr. Stephen Okwori, security consultant and strategist, and a fellow of the Nigerian Army Resource Center, I thank you very much, sir. And I think I really would appreciate if we could do it another date and delve into this a bit more, especially your ideas about the bottom-up approach to security being more effectual than what you say we have right now. Thank you very much, sir, for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right, then. Okay, so that's our program today. Do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Iyori Folare. Bye-bye for now.